Crime Profile Topic: Investigative Leads. Investigative leads in criminal profiling are the clues or avenues that help law enforcement focus on potential suspects by using behavioral patterns and crime scene evidence. These leads are formed from the meticulous analysis of the crime scene, victimology, offender behavior, and forensic evidence. Criminal profiling provides insight into the probable psychological, physical, and lifestyle characteristics of the offender, narrowing down the pool of suspects. Key aspects of investigative leads in criminal profiling times crime scene analysis. The crime scene provides significant clues about the offender's behavior and personality. For example, the level of planning, control over the victim, and the manner in which the crime was committed can suggest whether the offender is organized or disorganized. An organized crime scene may indicate a calculated offender with higher intelligence, while a chaotic scene may point to someone impulsive or emotionally unstable. Leads can be developed based on whether the offender left behind physical evidence, the manner of entry, and how the crime was executed. Times victimology, investigating the victim's life, routines, and associations often reveals why they were targeted. For instance, if the victim was chosen randomly or based on specific characteristics like age, gender, or profession, it provides clues about the offender's preferences or motives. The relationship, or lack thereof, between the victim and offender can also help in identifying the suspect. For example, if the victim was stalked beforehand, investigators might explore leads such as surveillance footage, phone records, or online activity. Times behavioral patterns, the manner in which the crime was committed provides insight into the offender's personality. For example, if the crime involves excessive violence or torture, it suggests a need for domination or deep-seated anger, which can lead investigators to individuals with known behavioral or psychological issues. Conversely, a crime that shows minimal interaction with the victim may suggest that the offender's primary goal was simply to complete the act without drawing attention. Behavioral leads help profile the offender's emotional state, level of social competence, and possible past criminal behavior. Times geographical profiling, the locations tied to the crime can provide leads about where the offender might live or work. For example, if the crime scenes are concentrated in a specific area, investigators can use geographic profiling to map the movements and comfort zones of the offender. This technique helps to create a geographical profile of the offender's likely base of operations, leading to more targeted investigations in those areas. This approach is particularly useful in cases involving serial offenders. Times forensic evidence, physical evidence such as DNA, fingerprints, fibers, or weapon analysis provides concrete leads. However, criminal profiling goes further by interpreting how forensic evidence reflects behavior. For example, the absence of fingerprints could suggest that the offender is meticulous and careful, potentially with a criminal background, as opposed to an impulsive first-time offender. Additionally, forensic analysis of wounds, the use of ligatures, or the method of killing might suggest specific criminal expertise or familiarity with certain professions, example, military, medical. Combining leads for effective profiling. Investigative leads in criminal profiling are not standalone pieces of information but are instead interconnected. For instance, a profiler might combine victimology with geographic data to suggest a pool of potential suspects based on individuals living within a certain radius of the crime scenes who fit the offender's likely psychological profile. By layering information, investigators can build a more holistic understanding of the offender's motives, personality, and potential vulnerabilities, thereby generating stronger leads to focus on during the investigation.